Hi, my name's Sarah. I'm the counselor today. So just before we start, I just want to let you know that whatever you say in here is confidential, and we just want to make sure that we're helping you as much as you're getting out what you wanted out of counseling and everything. And um, I'm just here to listen and see how best we can help you. So what brings you in today?
I've just been struggling a lot with work lately. It just seems like the workload is always increasing and never decreasing. And so trying to get everything done and make sure I'm doing everything and doing it properly, I just feel like I'm kind of drowning and I'll get one thing done and then three new tasks pop up. And I'm just really struggling with trying to get everything done in the set time.
Yeah, yeah, of course. So it sounds like you have a lot going on at work and you're kind of feeling overwhelmed by the workload. So tell me more about feeling overwhelmed by the workload. Do you have deadlines? Do you have certain people you have to answer to or something different?
So right now I have a bigger caseload than usual. Usually it's between 18 and 20, and right now it's 26. And I'm discharging three people this month, but those three people that I'm discharging, I now have three new clients to replace those and starting a new file. That's a lot more paperwork. There's a whole, you have to get the consents and documentation and qualifying conditions and all that together. So it's extra paperwork in that way. And then you have to do the initial assessments. And it's all got to be done within 56 days on top of my caseload I've already got. They are already set up. I still have to see them every month. Um, and it just feels like if it's not one thing, it's another, especially there's the food stamp issue going on right now. I have a lot of clients that get food stamps, and so they're all asking like, what do they do? Where can they go if their food stamps don't come in? So that's just another added layer of stress.
Yeah,
And
yeah, of course.
it's every month it just repeats. I feel like I get caught up, I get it done, and then it's a new month, it starts all over.
Yeah. And so when you say that it's like a new month and it just kind of sets on repeat for every month after that, um, is that is that's what's stressing you out? Is just like the overwhelming caseload on top of it just coming every month? Plus, it sounds like a lot of the clients are asking quite a bit of questions about something that not everyone knows the answer to or knows when it's going to end or
Right.
when things are going
Yeah.
to happen.
I'm
Um,
definitely struggling more with the increased caseload. I'm used to having like 18 to 20 kids, and that can be a lot, but it's manageable. And now we're at 26, and some of the kids you have to see twice a month as opposed to once a month. So I have to do like 40 home visits a month. And that gets to be a lot, especially when they're not all centrally located. Like there's a lot of driving involved. So my time management skills are being tested and they are not the best.
that sounds like you guys have a lot going on with the 40 visits in a month. That is a lot of home visits in a month. That's a lot of people to see. That's a lot of conversations to be had. That's definitely a lot of driving.
Mhm.
So, is there, I know that you're kind of in the middle of everything with that new 26 cases instead of 18 to 20, 40 home visits a month. So, when did this start becoming more kind of impacting you more? When did that start impacting you more?
A couple months ago, we lost one of our staff. They transferred to a different position. So they have not been replaced. So their caseload got redistributed to me and my remaining coworkers. So our caseloads went up then, and then we're just basically waiting for them to replace this person so that our caseloads will go down. But it seems like they don't want to replace this person, so they're just making the rest of us do the work so that they're still making the same income is coming in, just with one less person doing all the work.
So it sounds like you kind of believe that the management that you have is more relying on you guys to kind of fill in that position and
Yeah.
take on that extra load of stress.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
So how has this impacted your mood, your relationship, or how you've been acting at towards clients? Because I know a lot of stress, sometimes you're just like rushing through home visits, trying to get through everything. So I guess how is this extra stress and extra cases and extra home visits, how has that impacted your mood?
I'm definitely less patient with clients, like trying to schedule and them canceling last minute. I definitely get way more frustrated with that than I used to. I try not to let that like impact when I'm talking with them, but I definitely am way more irritated when I'm trying to make my calendar for the month and I get to day of and they're, oh, can't, forgot, or I get there and they no show or they forgot or whatever. That's definitely more irritating to me than usual. And it's definitely made me a little more cranky at home because it's hard to like leave it at the door and like leave the work stuff at home. It's constantly running in the back of my mind like, okay, I've got to do these things tomorrow, or I'm off tomorrow and I'm gonna have to do these things on Monday, and it's just, yeah, it's definitely a
Yes.
lot.
Yeah, it sounds like it's impacting your mood towards your clients. And I know that an increased caseload, it kind of impacts your relationship with the clients that you already had on your caseload.
Yep.
So tell me more about how it's impacted your old clients and how your relationship used to be with them compared to now.
I definitely think I'm spending less time with them because I've got to run from one meeting to the next to the next. There's some days I'll see 6 kids in a day. So I'm definitely um, running. I just kind of bullet point like down the treatment plan, like to hit the main points of what we need to talk about, and then I'm like, all right, gotta go. And I used to be much more like laid back about it, and I could sit and chat with them, or if they had like something going on, it wasn't related to the client, but like maybe another family member, and they needed to vent a little bit. I feel like I was a little more available to them. Whereas now it's, oh, we talked about the 3 things we needed to, I gotta go.
So kind of has made you less interactive with the clients and more of just like, this is the checklist I got to get done because I have 6 other people to see today.
Yes.
And so I know that you said that it's kind of hard to leave everything at the door right after work. 'Cause you're always in the back of your mind saying like, "Oh, I got to do this, this, and this." So how's that impacted your relationships at home?
I feel a little bit less present, and I definitely I haven't been keeping up with other things that I should be, like, the some of the little tasks around the house that I would like to do. Um, I come home and it takes a little bit longer for me to like check out from work and like switch to home mode. And so I'm not getting to things, and I'm definitely going to bed earlier. And so I'm sleeping a little bit more. And so things aren't getting done as much as I would like.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And it sounds like this has caused a little bit of mental exhaustion from the sounds of it because you can't shut off,
Mhm.
and it's much easier just to go to bed than it is to do little tasks at home.
Yeah.
Right? So I know that we talked about a lot today, especially the stress of an increased caseload, a lot of home visits a month, and kind of how it impacts your relationship with your other clients. So I guess what do you think needs to happen in order for you to feel better and more equipped to handle a larger caseload?
I would like for the caseloads to go back down. It would be really great if they would fill the open position. I don't see that happening soon. So we are switching things around a little bit because I've got some more difficult cases that just do not want to engage. So we're moving them around a little bit to see if that helps. So I think I like that my supervisor is willing to be flexible. And if something doesn't work for me, we'll try with a different care manager and see if they have a better time with that family. So that's helpful. I wish the higher ups would listen to us.
Yeah, yeah, unfortunately, I think that's gonna happen everywhere if they find
Yeah.
that people can cover a position without them having to fill it. It sounds like
Mhm.
that's kind of they found that the workers they have are gonna work harder, and
Yeah.
so I fill the position. But it does sound like at least you have a supervisor that's pretty understanding. So it sounds like you guys are able to openly communicate with them and make sure like, hey, this family is working with me, maybe try someone else. I think that's a really good starting point. I think that's a really good idea. And I know that we talked a little bit where you said your time management skills are just kind of difficult lately because of the increased caseload and the numerous home visits a month. So I guess is there anything that you think that can change to help improve your time management skills? Is there any behaviors or anything that you think that you could change to help with that?
Um, I use calendars a lot. I have multiple different calendars, like a desk calendar and a computer one, and then a phone calendar. So I try to make sure I keep all that pretty organized. And I need to work on spacing out my visits because sometimes, one client's in crisis, so you have to stay a
Yeah.
little longer, and then it runs into the next, and it just kind of throws the whole day off. So I got to work on like spacing them out a little bit better.
Good. Kind of making a easy client and a difficult client on the same day, so that way
Yeah.
that type of thing. I think that's a really good idea, and I think if you try that, we can check in next week and see if that just that small change helped a little bit. Right? Is there anything else you want to talk about today?
No, that's it.
Well, thank you for coming, and if you ever need anything, you can always give us a call.
All right, thank you.